Hi everybody, Mrs. Bear here with Max and Gronk. We'd like to share a book with you today. It's called A Day with No Crayons by Elizabeth Rush, illustrated by Chad Cameron. Liza loved her crayons. She treasured turquoise, adored apricot, and flipped over fuchsia. In fact, coloring made Liza feel tickle me pink. Every day, Liza filled her coloring books with aquamarine oceans, royal purple plums, and screaming green dragons. She papered the walls of her room, the hallway, and the bathroom with the bright, neat pages. Then one day, Liza ran out of paper. Her coloring books were all full, and there wasn't a single sheet of blank paper left. Liza paced her room, unsure what to do, until she discovered right in front of her one blank wall. "What on earth are you doing?" her mother cried. "Coloring," said Liza. "Coloring your walls?" her mother exclaimed. She snatched up Liza's crayon bucket. "No more crayons for you today." "No crayons!" Liza cried. "A whole day with no crayons?" Liza shuffled to the bathroom, feeling blue. Midnight blue, in fact. "A day with no crayons," she grumbled. She gripped the toothpaste crossly, squirting a blue-green streak across the sink. "Now look at the mess I've made," she mumbled, smearing it towards the drain. Later, Liza trudged to the park and smacked her foot in a puddle. "A day with no crayons is as brown as mud," she mourned, stomping around the basketball court. Finally, Liza slumped to the ground and brushed her grass-stained knees. The green wouldn't come off. Liza leaned forward for a closer look. She thought. "It's spring green and jungle green mixed." Liza rolled over and found herself eye-to-eye with a lovely flower. "Why, that color's not bluebell at all," she said. "It's more like cornflower." Liza yanked a nearby dandelion and crushed it in her fist. When she opened her palm, it glowed. "And this isn't dandelion yellow," she laughed. "It's more like laser lemon." Liza jumped up. "It's even lovelier than laser lemon." Liza mashed dazzling yellow dandelions onto her cuffs. Then she squashed deep purple blackberries onto her pockets and rubbed brilliant orange tiger lilies down both legs. Running through the park in her rainbow pants, Liza suddenly saw colors everywhere. She dragged a muddy stick across the park, sketching a chocolate brown tree trunk with long stretching branches. She pressed leaves of meadow green, sea green, and forest green in the mud and squished them onto the tree until it shimmered. She gathered flower petals and smashed birds that flew with her across the park. As Liza left the park, she scraped an old red brick along the sidewalk, drawing the desert, some camels, then a whole caravan. Near her house, Liza gathered gray-blue pebbles and laid them side by side until an ocean swelled. Up the front porch steps, Liza scattered dandelions and rhododendron petals until the sunset glowed. That night, Liza crawled in bed, arranging her pillows around her. "Outrageous orchid," she thought. "Magic maze. Wonder melon." Her mother walked into the room holding Liza's crayons. You can have your crayons back, her mother said, kissing her on the head, if you promise not to color on the walls. Liza eyed the crayons her mother held out to her. She smoothed the blankets on her bed and considered the coloring books spread out on the floor around her. She said, I think I can go one more day with no crayons. So Max, Gronk, and I have kind of felt this last 9 weeks without our crayons. And we found a way to survive without our crayons. And a lot of you have. And I'd like to do a little bit of thanking at this time right now. So I've written down some things just so I don't forget. But I'd like to thank the school board for supporting the teachers. Without them, we wouldn't have made it through this. Our administrators who have been our guides, the secretary who have kept us running without our crayons, the cooks who have most importantly fed everyone, the custodians who kept our building clean and been patient with us running in and out for stuff, aides helping out any way they can, running off papers, making sure packets are filled, our bus drivers who put together the 2020 for our seniors. That was really special. Your parents, the grandparents, the guardians, whoever were making sure our kids were safe, the kids working hard on their homework. We wouldn't have been able to be assessed without you guys. Our counselors, who will be the most important part of this probably as everything gets settled down the road and we get back to school. My friends that are teachers, their families that have supported us, my husband who's always been so patient, Max and Gronk who have kept me laughing. But most of all, teachers, you, because as I've always said, and I will always say, teachers, you will teach. No matter what happens, no matter how hard things get, you will always teach. Thank you. I am so proud of you. Let's hope we were back in the fall, all right, guys? And if not, we know we can succeed anyway. So thanks to all of you. Love, Max, Gronk, and Mrs. Berry.